Hi, my name is Saf Rahman with the Institute for Policy Studies. Today, we're here with Dedrick Muhammad of the Inequality and Common Good Project at IPS. Dedrick was the co-author of a new report that just came out called State of the Dream 2009, The Silent Depression. Dedrick, can you give a little history about this report?
Yes, well, State of the Dream 2009 is the fifth version of this report. It comes out every year, and it comes out around the time of Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. January 15th is his actual birthday, and the national holiday usually follows. And the idea of the State of the Dream reports was to help America realize that the dream hasn't been fulfilled, that we're still at a place, and the State of the Dream 2004 report highlighted that African Americans were only making about 57 cents on every dollar that white Americans were making. And so that really helped capture the picture that African Americans still hasn't reached economic equality with white Americans. And if we looked at the rate of progress that has been made, it would take over 300 more years for African Americans just in income to reach equality with white Americans. So the basic idea was to help highlight that the racial wealth divide is a serious problem and it's something that needs to be addressed in society.
What sort of new information does this 2009 report reveal over previous reports?
Yeah, well, again, this report, State of the Dream 2009, The Silent Depression, looks at where we are today in terms of the great economic crisis which has really swept throughout America, and to see particularly how is it affecting the African American community and racial economic inequality. And what this report highlighted, which I find very fascinating, is that African American community never really emerged out of the 2001 recession. That was the last recession this country had. African Americans since 2001, during a time where the press was saying the American economy was going well, was actually having less employment, was also having a decrease in median family income. And so when America was doing well, African Americans were actually regressing. Another interesting area is that it looks like that African Americans, as we're celebrating the victory of President Obama, are getting ready to enter into, as the report says, a depression that is marked by African American unemployment has been increasing and is already at about 11%. And they're forecasting that unemployment can reach up to 20%. There's also forecasts that almost a third of African American middle class could fall back into being poor and into poverty. So we're at, it's a very inspiring and hopeful time, but it's a very precarious situation for the African American community. And State of the Dream 2009 is trying to highlight that. And we also have some concrete economic policy suggestions, which we think could help change this around and put us finally in a place where we could be a post-racist America.
Can you talk about a couple of those policy suggestions?
The overall theme around these policy suggestions is that what has been one of the greatest barriers to greater equality in this country, it has been this trickle-down economic theory, this idea that the more you help the richest in America, the better that will be for all Americans. And what's happened is America has just become more and more of an unequal place where you have about 10% of the population controlling 70% of the wealth. And so we're saying we have to go back to some of the policies that we had more in the 60s and 50s that really said, no, we're going to make the wealthy give their fair share of investment into this country and create job training programs. We're going to have a more universal health care, which is healthcare is one of the primary factors that lead people into bankruptcy. So we really have to, whether it's the capital gains tax or the estate tax, we have to create means of putting the money of the wealthy back into an economy that really can be an economy of shared prosperity, not of just concentrated wealth. For all of you on the internet, which clearly most of you will be on if you see this broadcast, is to come on Facebook, and we have a Bridging the Racial Wealth Divide fan page. And we try to update that regularly with information about the economic crisis in this country, the racial wealth divide, and what policies are being discussed, and even what practical solutions people can take on their own. If you're interested in the report, you can go to ips-dc.org and look for State of the Dream 2009 and download the report for free and share it with friends. And feel free to email me here at the Institute for Policy Studies, Dedrick at ips-dc.org.